Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my business educational platform. Today we are going to discuss the learning objective 7, that is about agreement with the minor. So basically in this lecture I will discuss the idea behind minor. So the minor is categorized in three categories. The first one is of age of majority, in which if a person reaches at the 18, he will not be considered as a minor. Elsewise, he will be considered as the minor. And the other category is the person of unsound mind. The person who is drunk person or the person who make abuses, who is not well in the mental condition, is also known as the person of unsound mind. And the third category we have the person disqualified by law. So we will discuss them one by one. So what will be the position if we will make the agreement with the minor? So agreement with minor will be the void, as the minor is not eligible to build any contract, else he will be liable in certain conditions where he will take the position into the contract on behalf of his parents or her parents. Then we have position as agreement by minor is void against him. Minor can initiate a lawsuit but cannot be sued for breach of contract. So minor can initiate a lawsuit but cannot be sued for a breach of contract. Rule of estoppel does not apply to a minor. If a minor lies about his age, he won't be liable. So no rectification by agreement by minor. Any contract made a minor cannot be later confirmed when he becomes major or he reaches at the age of 18. So minor in a partnership with minor cannot be a partner of a firm, rather he can be admitted to the benefits of partners. So minor cannot be a principal and can be an agent but cannot be the principal. So he can work on the behalf of principal but he cannot be the principal. Then we have the agreement by guardian or parents on behalf of minor. Contract signed by a guardian or parent for the benefit of minor can be enforced. Then we have contract by minor and adult jointly. If they both jointly formulate a contract, then what will happen? If both a minor and adult enter into a contract, only the adult is liable, but the minor will not be liable. As agreement with the minor is void. Minor and insolvency. A minor cannot be declared insolvent as they cannot legally incur debts. So minor cannot be insolvent or cannot default as he will not be able to legally tax the debts. Then filing suits. Minor can sue others but cannot be sued in civil court. So then we have the necessaries. If someone will provide the necessaries to supply to minors, then what will happen? A person providing necessities to minor can claim reasonable price from the minor's property. Suppose if someone is providing any necessities like living expenses or medical needs or educational expenses, so he can only claim a reasonable price from minor's property, elsewise he cannot claim anything from the minor. So then we have agreement with the person of unsound mind. So it is the second category of minor. So what is the unsound mind's definition, or who is the person of unsound mind? A person considered of unsound mind if the time of making contract cannot understand the contract, he is drunk, or due to any reason he cannot understand the contract, they cannot judge the impact of contract on their interest. So examples of unsound mind occurs usually sound, actually unsound, or usually sound, actually sound, and then we have always unsound. So usually sound, actually unsound, a person temporarily affected by drugs, drinking, delirious from illness or emotional crisis is known as actually unsound. Then usually unsound, Who is the person who is usually unsound? A person suffering from mental illness, having intervals of clear mind. Then we have always unsound. A person mentally deficient since birth, called a specific person or idiot. So what will be the position with the person of unsound mind if we will formulate any agreement with the person who is of unsound mind? Agreement with the person who is usually of sound mind but occasionally unsound. So what will happen if we will formulate the agreement with the person who is usually sound but occasionally unsound? So if such person is unsound at the time of the agreement is void. If such person is sound at the time of agreement, the agreement is valid. Burden of proof. The party who wants to void the contract must prove the person was unsound mind when the contract was made. So there must be burden of proof which lies upon the defender who want to defend the case. So he has to prove that while formulating the contract I was drunk or I was not able to understand the terms and conditions of contract. Then we have agreement with the person who is usually unsound mind but occasionally sound. If such person is unsound at the time of agreement, the agreement is void. If such person is sound at the time of agreement, the agreement is valid. Burden of proof lies. The person who wants to enforce the contract must prove the person was of unsound mind when the contract was made. Agreement with the specific person or the idiot if it is a person permanently of unsound mind from birth. Agreement with such person are always void. They cannot be valid. Necessities supplied to person of unsound mind. If a person providing necessities to the person of unsound mind can claim a reasonable price from his property. So then we have the agreements with persons disqualified by law. Who is the person that are disqualified by law? Some individuals are restricted by law from entering into contract due to their unique legal status. These individuals include annual alien enemies, foreign servants, and ambassadors, convicts, insolvents. So who are the alien enemies? Citizens of country that is at war with Pakistan. And then who are the foreign servants or ambassadors? They are officially representing other countries. Then who are the convicts? Convicts are the individuals currently imprisoned for criminal conviction. Then who are the insolvent? They are unable to pay their debts. So what will happen if we will formulate any agreement with these persons disqualified by law or the minors? Agreement with alien enemies. No alien enemies. A person from country that is at war with Pakistan. No new contract. No new agreement can be made with an alien enemy during wartime. So if there is a wartime, we cannot formulate any agreement with the person disqualified by law or alien enemies. Existing contract are suspended. If we have any existing contract, they will be suspended until the war end. Then we have the agreements with foreign sovereigns and ambassadors. These are high-ranking officials are represented from foreign nations. They can make contract and sue others to enforce contract. They have immunity from being sued unless they voluntarily waive this immunity. Then with the agreements with convicts. A convict is a person who is serving a prison sentence. So we cannot formulate any new contract with while imprisoned, and we can enforce the contract. They cannot sue enforce contract made before their imprisonment. Then we have this restriction ends once the prison sentence is over if they are released on parole. Then we have agreement with insolvent. Insolvent cannot enter contract to dispose of or transfer property as all their assets are controlled by an official receiver assignee. So as they are already defaulted, how we can formulate any agreement with insolvents? So I hope you understood the agreements with the minor, in which we have discussed the agreement at the age of below the 18s, and the person of unsound mind and the person disqualified by law. So till now, Allah Hafiz. Like, subscribe and press the bell icon button so that you can never miss any update from my channel. See you in next lecture.